Hi, I just thought I'd do a short video sharing the highlights from the day that I had visiting the school that we built in Cambodia. I can't believe it's been a week since we were there, but I have really needed that time to reflect, take in and process everything that happened, and I'm not really sure I'm there yet. It still feels very surreal. And definitely, without doubt, one of the best days of my life that I will remember for the rest of my life. And I think that was also, not just for me personally, but amplified by the fact that that's what everybody else on our team was also saying. So I just thought I'd share a few of the highlights today. I have written a blog about the school before that gives information about the school, and there's going to be another blog coming out that is more about the day itself, where I'll talk more. Here I'm just going to share one or two little highlights. The tears definitely started as soon as we saw the vehicles and a building that was almost blocking the way on this dust track road that we were driving along, and we began to realise that ahead of us was the school. And as we approached the school, it was just so incredible to see the lines of children in their little uniforms clapping and cheering, and they lined up and created almost a driveway from the gates of the school all the way up to the marquees which were in front of the school. And yeah, it was just one of the most overwhelming experiences I've ever felt. Gosh, it still brings tears to my eyes now. Yeah, as we got out the car and realised what we did, you can see why it's taken a week for me to be able to feel I was ready to do this video. And it does still feel very, very surreal. It still feels like somebody else built the school. It still feels like I'm almost watching a movie of other people at the school, you know, when we're looking at the photos and the films that we have. But yeah, so, you know, we were, got out the car, made it to the gates, and we met some of the local dignitaries and government officials, and it was a bit like being at an incredibly well organised wedding. And it just felt, as soon as we met them, we were then propelled forward on a journey that took the next couple of hours, starting off with us going, you know, walking down towards the school, you know, just meeting the children, sharing smiles with them, sharing those little moments with them as we just went up to the marquees and the stage where we were asked to sit. Before we actually went onto the stage, it was amazing. We were very privileged to actually also receive a monk's blessing for the fact that we'd raised the funds and we've built this school. That was a real honour, and very, very special moment. As was when we turned round and just saw all the children who were now sitting in the seats in the marquees, just watching us, mucking around, playing and being children. You know, it was just lovely to watch. And I must admit, I spent most of my time watching them as we sat through a lot of fairly long speeches. I think definitely a couple of highlights for me were there was one older pupil who'd been asked to read out the pupils' commitment to learning and the school. And even though none of us could understand what she was saying, it was amazing. And her passion, her enthusiasm, she'd obviously practiced it a lot, and she had a couple of friends up supporting her. It was just beautiful. And the other highlight for me was definitely handing out backpacks to all the children who were there too. And it was amazing to see. Some of them were obviously very eager to get their hands on the backpacks, open them up and see what was inside, and others were really unsure about taking them. But just lots of magical moments as we connected with those children before we had lunch, and then went on to do a lot of singing and dancing with the community, them sharing Cambodian dances with us and songs, not that we were able to participate in the songs much, and we also, being Scottish, had to show them how to do the gay gordons too. So it really was an absolutely incredible experience, an experience and trip of a lifetime, without a doubt. So thank you so much to everyone involved, the team, our partners who included Classroom of Hope, the Acts of Kindness Collective and Child's Dream. You've all been amazing, and also huge thanks to all of you who supported us in the many ways and helped us raise funds, who donated. We definitely couldn't have done this without you, so thank you so very much. What's next? I am definitely going to be building more schools. The next ones are going to be in Lombok, where we're going to be replacing schools that were destroyed in the earthquake there a couple of years ago. There's still around 400 to be rebuilt, and we're going to be building schools made of plastic bricks. So these bricks are going to help clean up the oceans and the islands and the clutter, the world that's just been littered with plastic, and help create jobs over here. So if you are interested in finding out more about future schools that I'm building, I'm going to be leading groups of women going forward, please do feel free to get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching and for all your support. Bye!